And it looks like I'm live. Live at 5 for the Drive Jive Archive. Frank Monday coming at you out of Beijing. Tuesday, May 25th. The moon enters Sagittarius later today, I believe, or tomorrow morning. And we have a total lunar eclipse. But it's going to be in the morning, so I don't think you can see the lunar eclipse in the morning. Unless you can. Get out and look for it. I don't usually look for the moon during the day, but sometimes it's out there. Alright, so this morning I wanted to talk about atheism and monkeyhood. I got into a conversation with a guy and he said, "Don't you believe in evolutionary biology?" And I contemplated it a little bit, and the idea of belief in general has always kind of struck me as antithetical to intelligence. I mean, there's one thing to be said for empiricism, which is the collecting of knowledge through sensory data, but then you're limited by your sensory capacity. And then there's rationalism, which is the collection of knowledge and data by way of reason and logic, and there's something to be said for that. And then there's an idea that came about in the transformation of romanticism to transcendentalism. And transcendentalism is the gathering of knowledge and data through intuition and personal revelation. So there's something to be said for all of these, and I think a multi-model approach is typically the best answer. So let's start with the evolutionists first. In an individual's timeline, a single individual, you've got at best 100 years of data collection. If you're relying entirely on rationalism and empiricism, empirical sciences. Now, beyond that, beyond your own personal ability to gather the data and synthesize it, rationalize it, think through it, then the rest of your belief system has to be based on those who have gone before you, whether they be scientists or theurgists or magicians or whoever. You're still basing it on hearsay. So if you buy into the evolutionary racket and monkeyhood, then you're saying, okay, I trust basically 19th century magicians. I trust them with the idea that I came from a monkey. So that's a belief system. They're believing in evolution, right? And the big problem I have is they're always trying to push it down your throat. You know, atheism's the way, there's no God. You definitely came from a monkey. And I think, speak for yourself, brother. If you want to be a Monkeyboy and evolve from primates, that's cool, do it. See, that's the huge difference, is that with my leanings and my data gathering, I'm not going to force it down your throat and say you must be a descendant from celestial immortals. You don't have to be. You can be a Monkeyboy if you want. That's fine with me. Be a Monkeyboy, be a meat golem. Go with what's popular, right? There was a time when being a Monkeyboy was counterculture, and saying God was dead was counterculture. It used to be counterculture. It was revolutionary. I'm a Monkeyboy. There's no God. Yeah, so it is no longer. Now that's the mainstream. That's what all the meat golems believe, is that they're monkey boys, and as a result, just enjoy the now, get out there and drink a Coca-Cola, and don't worry about anything else. So that's for the monkey boys. So either direction you go, in your own life's journey, you're basing your understanding in atheism and monkey evolution, primate evolution, evolutionary biology, in other people's data gathering and other people's opinion. Have you gone out there and done the data gathering? Have you done any anthropology? Have you dug up any ancient cultures? Have you found the missing link? Have you analyzed all of the bones? No, of course you haven't. So, like I said, you're founding that in someone else's opinion. So I'm fine with that. If that's what you want to do, that's great. That's dandy, right? Oh, but it's institutions, it's scientists that did it. Nah, not really. It's just collections of people that analyze things in a certain way and then put forth their theories. I, for one, have done my own exploration in life, and transcendentalism would support the idea that I have some intuitive, intrinsic knowing, and spirit precedes the physical. And I'm a descendant of celestial immortals. I'm not a monkey boy. And I have stronger faith, but I have stronger data. In a given lifetime, there hasn't been any evolution of creatures. No one creature has evolved into another creature. In fact, there hasn't even been small evolutions. There haven't been any evolutions that I've been subjected to in seeing creatures transform or evolve themselves into evolving forward into different forms. Now, you could argue the point that there's spiritual evolution, that people qualitatively get born different with varying levels of intellect and various talents and so on and so forth. So there's a better argument for there being a divine intelligence, number one, within a given lifetime, and there's a better argument for the absence of evolution in species, but rather the evolution of spiritual evolution, and on subtle levels. Hey, someone's chiming in. How you doing out there in Happy Land? I hope you are well this morning. As I am driving, I cannot read the comment box until later, which I will do. I remind you that you are watching the Frank Monday Live Drive Jive live on the 5s FM radio, 6:20 a.m. I got a little bit of an earlier start this morning because I wanted to see if the traffic conditions are a little better if I leave a 5-10 minutes earlier. Of course, there's some guy in front of me who I don't know what he's doing. He's not going with the flow of traffic, but at least he's in the far lane. He should be in the emergency lane as slow as he was going. Let's see, maybe I can read this now. We're spirit having a physical experience. Yes, so mankind did not descend from any phase of monkeyhood, and that's the end of the story. But I mean, the thing is, if you want to put your chips down on the monkey ticket, that's cool, do that. That's no big deal with me. I don't think that you're advanced enough to understand supersensory sensations and have data come to you through personal revelation and intuition, the gathering of gnosis, and having any divine insight, because you're on a very superficial level. You're just woofing down whatever the mainstream narrative is telling you, which is not very well thought out. Atheism strikes me as the least intelligent of the explanations. Random assemblage, it just strikes me as hollow. And there are several other ones that are out there and becoming popular these days, like the alien DNA crossbreeding. It's another boop, another blank. You're wallowing in darkness and grasping at straws if you're buying into those superficial theories. And I think the other angle is true too, that if you just accept at face value what organized religion is selling, you're also far off the mark. The true mystic knows. It knows that spirit penetrates into the physical, and that we are sui generis, that we are self-so. Everything in the universe is self-so and interdependent and a part of a greater whole. And that's what Frank Monday has to say about it this morning. As above, so below. I will cut this short and tune in with another one. Don't forget to check out John Levi's latest film that dropped on Sunday, Jonlevi. And I will see you in a few minutes. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah.